The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Mike Tannenbaum has quite the opinion on who the Jets should target to be their quarterback, and his opinion about the opinion is even more insane. We'll talk about that and much more. Boy Green will join us. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
I let the organization down, and I let the players down, and that burns me. It really does. This season's on me, and we're going to work our ass off to get this shit exactly where it needs to be.
A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Click the thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Again, thanks to everyone for helping us reach over 44,000 subscribers. We are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. If you're betting on the Knicks game, do it with FanDuel. I'll be headed to the Garden when I get off the air right after this show, of course. So looking forward to that. But let's talk some football, and we say hello to our guy, Paul Esden Jr., also known as Boy Green. BG, how we feeling?
Well, I am one of those 44,000 strong, so unbelievable. Congratulations, Jake. It's freaking amazing to be here, baby, with the Asmaniacs here in the audience.
We got a lot to talk about, and
Yes, sir.
I'm going to start with some comments from Mike Tannenbaum. He was on First Take the other day. Now, I got to set this up properly here so everyone understands where Mike's brain is at. So Mike was asked, after Sam Darnold just won the Super Bowl, the question is, which quarterback out there can be the next Sam Darnold? So that's the premise to the question. Now listen to the answer. We'll play it and then react.
Mike Tannenbaum, is there a quarterback that can make an impact the way Sam Darnold did this year with the Seahawks?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's Kirk Cousins. I think he's somebody that, even at 38 years old, another year off of an Achilles injury, and believe it or not, a place where I think it makes a lot of sense is the New York Jets. And let me tell you why. If I'm a quarterback, and first thing I think about is, can I be protected? Stephen A., make sure you're taking copious notes here. Okay, Olu Fashanu on one side, okay? Armand Membu on the other. Joe Tippmann at center. I know I have good protection. Then I keep Breece Hall. I either sign him or I tag him with Garrett Wilson and Mason Taylor. That's a really solid group of young skill players. So I know I'm protected. I have a veteran play caller in Frank Reich. And again, I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins, but what I am saying, I think Kirk Cousins could resurrect his career and be productive for the Jets, given the fact that they have a really good offensive line and young skill players.
So a couple things. One, the idea that Kirk would have the same impact as Darnold. Mike, I love you. I work with you every Sunday this past season. Stop it. Two, I don't actually hate the idea of going after Cousins, but I think Mike is overrating the Jets roster a little bit. He's going to have this career renaissance. I mean, he was in a better situation in Atlanta this past year, was he not? And he actually ended the year playing pretty well. So I don't hate the take in general, but I think when we're talking about Cousins to the Jets and just we ignore all the other issues with the defensive side of the ball, and most importantly, the atrocious head coach, it's tough to sit here and be that gung-ho like Mike was. But I don't hate the premise of actually bringing in Kirk Cousins as the bridge for a season. So a little all over the place, but I don't hate the take of actually going after Cousins.
Well, first off, I just got to say it's great to see New York Game Day co-host getting some love on national ESPN television. Wow, he's got some great things since he's crossed paths with Jake Asman, that's for sure. I'm in the same ballpark with you on Kirk Cousins. I don't hate it. Now, again, I think the question we can't answer is what happened in 2018 where he used the Jets, and not only used the Jets, because people use teams all the time, but used the Jets and then filmed it documentary style and made the Jets look like a joke. Woody Johnson was the owner in 2018. He is still the owner now. Will he get past that level of petty to say, you know what, screw that guy. I'm never going to go to him. And I don't care if he is one of the better options here in 2026. That's a question we don't know the answer to. But just on the surface, like of all the options that are out there, our offensive line, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, depending, I'm sure it's another topic we'll get into. Kirk Cousins should be near the top of the Jets list. Will the feeling be mutual? I guess that's up to, interpretation, but I agree. Another year removed from the Achilles. Kirk Cousins, when he stepped in for an injured Michael Penix last year, showed some chutzpah.
I think Kirk Cousins, if protected, can be competent. What worries me about Cousins, though, he's another year older. He's playing in the cold. And to your point, does he want to be a Jet? And I think he's going to have other options. I think Minnesota would be a team that would make some sense for him. I'm also not convinced he's definitely done with the Falcons. They could cut him and then bring him back. His contract allows him to do that. He said that he's open to doing basically anything the last time he was asked about this during Super Bowl week. So, again, the idea of going after Kirk Cousins makes sense, but I don't believe he'd choose the Jets if he has other options, which I think he will.
I think there is a chance that 2018 just happens again. History repeats itself. If the Vikings say, hey, Kirk, do you want to come home? I think the Jets are out, and I think every other team is out. He's got family out there. J.J. McCarthy looked like trash. He never wanted to leave, but the Vikings told him, apparently, according to Kirk, like, hey, we're going to draft a quarterback high. And he's like, oh, I want no part of that. Goes to Atlanta, and then, ironically enough, that happens to him anyway in Atlanta. So I think if Minnesota wants him, he's going back. But I think every quarterback that's available is going to want to go to Minnesota. They just saw what happened to Sam Darnold. They're like, hey, man, that's a quarterback factory. I can grace the presence of Kevin O'Connell and then go somewhere else after. So if the Vikings have higher options than Kirk, then all of a sudden now Kirk is available. If the Vikings want him, I think the Jets are screwed. If they don't want him, I think the Jets are competitive with the other teams that's going to want Kirk Cousins out there in the universe.
Should the Jets target Kirk Cousins if he actually were to be interested in them? That's an interesting conversation that we're having here. Hit the like button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Paul Esden Jr. is our guest. We already have a channel member, someone that signed up before the show started today. Will the Beast Studios is officially an Asmaniac.
And here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's what we're playing for at the end of today's stream. We're going to raffle away a Jets jersey. Joe Namath, Joe Klecko, Curtis Martin, Wayne Krebet, Darrelle Revis, Nick Mangold, or Keyshawn Johnson. Those are the choices. Gift a membership or hit the join button and sign yourself up to be a channel member if you want in on the raffle to earn a raffle ticket. We got a lot to talk about with the Jets. GB, I called you Green Bean. I meant BG.
You did. That's okay. But that's an honorary, that's a Freudian slip. But that's okay. Green Bean is a hell of a guy to be compared to. So yeah,
we have too many beans in the content
that's true. It's very
community.
true.
But anyway, Boy Green.
Yes, sir.
Breece Hall. Do you want the Jets to retain him on an extension, use one of the tags, or let him go? Where are you at with Breece?
Where am I at with Breece? First off, on the giveaway, that Keyshawn Johnson jersey is real pretty. I love that.
Gift the membership. Get in.
Oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to jump on the phone, see if I can multitask here on the show. It is simple, man. You absolutely unequivocally have to franchise tag Breece Hall. And I've seen so many comments on YouTube, Twitter, X, Facebook, Snapchat, this, that, or the other, and would say, don't tag Breece, let him go. Use that money on someone else. Hell no. I am franchise tagging Breece. If Breece has packed his bags and he's ready to go, sorry, sucker, tag you're it. 100%. I'm tagging Breece Hall. One of the tags, non-exclusive, exclusive, or transition. I prefer not to use the transition tag, quite frankly, because that opens up the door that you can lose him for nothing. And why risk it? It's a $3 million difference between the transition tag and either of the exclusive or non-exclusive. I'm not playing games. I'm tagging him and either attempting to work out a long-term deal or letting him play on it, or tag and trade. We'll send you, go talk to the teams. Let's use the non-exclusive. Breece Hall, you could go explore the market. No one's going to sign you to an offer sheet because we get 2 first-round picks if you do, so no one's going to do that. But we can allow you to talk to everyone in the league, find the top 10 teams you want to go to. We talk to them, say, all right, Who wants to give up a third? You? All right, you. Work out a contract with Breece. All right, we're all good. Slap dap. All right, Breece Hall, you're going to Kansas City or wherever the hell it is, and we get an asset. I refuse to lose Breece Hall for nothing. We have the 4th most cap space in the league. Breece Hall is not walking out of that door. If the Jets don't tag him, it is insane.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I would do. I'm using the full franchise tag on him, and I'll tell you why. I am not risking any team making an offer if I put the transition tag on him and the Jets are like, we don't want to match that. I want Breece on the team. You guarantee he's on your team for another year if you put the franchise tag on him. He might not like it, but you could say, hey, here's the sign of good faith. We are going to give you the franchise tag, Breece, so you get an extra $3 million than if we put the transition tag on you and no one actually made an offer that for your services, right? I mean, look, if Breece Hall wants like the Kyron Williams deal, 3 years at $33 million, about $25 million guaranteed. I think another team might give him that. So if I'm the Jets, I don't know if I want to do that, given where I'm at in this rebuild. But I want him here for another year with this offensive line, with whoever the quarterback is. I'm not losing him for nothing after I didn't trade him. So the transition tag means you still could lose him, and you get lucky. Maybe no one throws a contract offer your way for you to match at him. But I'm with you. You have all this cap space for the extra $3 million. Give me the full franchise tag at, I believe, $14.3 million to go from there.
Yeah, and I see veteran Jets fan says in the audience, let me make this clear. I don't give a shit if Breece Hall doesn't want to be here. Oh, you don't want to be here, Breece? Well, in that case, you can just leave. Hell no, yeah, censor me, Jake Asman. Get that censor ready. I'm on the Jerry Springer show. You better up in your hell yeah. Come on, man. I don't care what Breece wants. We have the tag. It is collectively bargained. Every team has it. NFLPA, you don't want it anymore? How about on the next CBA, you try to negotiate it out and do something about it? Don't complain after you sign the CBA later. That's lame. Let me make sure I try to use proper vernacular here on the show. So I don't care if he wants to be here or not. And let's be honest, the team doesn't even meet until April. So if you have any fear of locker room stuff, which, by the way, if Breece is pissed, he's not showing up to voluntary workouts anyway. So you have plenty of runway to tag and trade him, and you can work it out. Tag and trades happen. They are rare in a general sense, but they do happen. I think Breece Hall, who, by the way, on the Athletic Big Board, out of the top 150 free agents, Breece Hall is ranked number 2. You're telling me no one is going to tag and trade for Breece Hall? BS. Someone is going to see Breece, see he's 24 years old, and they're going to want to acquire him. And if not, then you keep him. Great. The Jets they have enough holes as it is. We're going to open up another one with a running back that makes no sense.
I agree. I love the passion. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Edutain me says, great. Another season where Mike Tannenbaum predicts our starting QB. Can someone just give this man work in another field? I'll let him know, Edutain. I'll be seeing Mike at the Combine next week. We'll see if I can get Mike to come on YouTube. Honestly, he's like, oh, do you want me on at the Super Bowl? And I was like, the chat's not going to be too kind to you, Mike. I don't know if I don't know if I want to put you through that. So we'll see.
Nice guy.
Yep. We will see. All right, let's talk a little draft, though, shall we? Jets are at 2. Jets are at 16. I want to know where you're at as we sit here pre-combine. Who would you take at 2 in a dream scenario? Who would you take at 16 in your personal dream scenario, Boy Green?
Ooh, dream scenario. I'm taking Arvell Reese at 2. I just feel like as we go through this process, we have the number 1 overall pick of all the non-quarterbacks. Let's get the best player. And the best player from every draft expert on the planet is Arvell Reese, no matter where you play him on defense. 100%. All gods. And let's plug it in. Give me some Arvell Reese, Ohio State action. Where's he going to play? We got a need. Edge rusher? Sure. Off-ball linebacker? Okay. We need that too. So let's get Arvell Reese. And the more I've been thinking about it, Jake, why not do a discount double check? Why not do a double dip at Ohio State and go grab Caleb Downs? If he's there at 16, maybe even move up a little bit to go get him, because it sounds like he keeps slipping to the 10, 11, 12 range. That seems like you wouldn't have to give up a whole heck of a lot to potentially move up to go get that guy. And the only reason apparently he's slipping is positional value. We need I just did a safety show at 3:00. Do you know the safeties that are under contract, Jake Asman, for the New York Jets?
I'll
give you some names.
Malachi Moore.
Yeah, Malachi Moore, Christopher Smith II. Okay, he's on the list of these guys. Jarius Monroe, Dean Clark. Who the hell are these people? Some Madden generated players, maybe. So let's go get Caleb.
I don't think you could get. Look, I asked you dream scenario. Sure. So I guess Downs would fall into that. I don't know if Downs makes it out of the top 5. Realistically, I don't know if he gets past the Giants at 5. Harbaugh had Kyle Hamilton up close in Baltimore. What's stopping him from taking him at 5 for the Giants?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, so it definitely could happen. He could go as high as 5. I've seen a few mocks from some of our ESPN brethren that have him slip into 9, 10, 11. And when I see that keep happening, that makes me say, hey, I might want to get a little froggy here and let's go try to hop and make a move. And I would say this, let's start trying to talk about this. Let's put more air about this into the universe. What if the Jets get creative? They have 4 picks in the top 44. I would like in a perfect world to keep those 4 or trade back and get more. I don't want to lose picks inside our top 44. So why don't we consider maybe doing 16 and a player to move up if you want to do that? So is that Jermaine Johnson? Is that Will McDonald? Cincinnati is going to lose Trey Hendrickson. Could you move up from 16 to 10 and give up a Will McDonald or a Jermaine Johnson? Or maybe there's a team that's going to want Jamie and Sherwood and you could package something else together and try to see if you can move up. So maybe don't give up the quality premium picks. Those 4 guys in the top 44 are all starters for you, but maybe you could grab a player and try to see if you can combo platter. What about this? Let me throw this out there, okay? 16 and Breece Hall go to 9 with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'd make that trade tomorrow, right now with the Chiefs. Let's not wait till the draft. Maybe Jeremiah Love falls into your lap at 9. Okay, great. Maybe it's one of those receivers. Mekhi Lemon, perhaps. Get a little bit of that action here on the program. Cardell Tate. What if he did a little slip and slide down the draft? Maybe some Cardell Tate action, possibly. Works your way in there. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I feel like, Boy Green, you have taken an enormous amount of caffeine today. I mean, I've never seen you this revved up in February, talking about a hypothetical mock trade from 16 to 9 with the Chiefs in late April. I haven't seen you like this. I don't know how you do it.
Hey, man, these asthmatic invites, man. When I see that in the old text box, when I see that email, fax, pigeon carrier, smoke signal, perhaps, I start getting pretty fired up, Jake Asman.
It's like a cartoon character come to life. Paul Heston Jr. Love the passion. Love it. How about this? I love our audience. Jets Forever #2 is again doing everything in his power to get Chuck Wagon to win an Asmaniac raffle. You very rarely see this across any YouTube show of any kind. A $200 super chat. Let's go. What a country.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
By the way, speaking of America, congrats to the U.S. women's ice hockey team on winning the gold. Dramatic comeback, golden goal in overtime for the United States. So shout out to the U.S. women's team. Hopefully the men can win the gold as well. But as far as Jets Forever #2 goes, he has been trying at will to get Chuck Wagon to win a raffle prize. He knows that the Asmaniac weekly raffle is tomorrow for the following signed items. Name it jersey, O'Brien jersey, Testaverde jersey, nice. Chad Pennington signed helmet. Chuck Wagon's got a chance to win one of those prizes because $200 super chat right there, that's 40 raffle tickets for Chuck Wagon. So thanks again to JF2 and Chuck Wagon. I don't know what you did to inspire Jets Forever #2, but you've done it. You have done it. As far as the jersey giveaway at the end of this show, I'm just going to send Jets Forever #2 his own jersey. Everyone else could still enter because if one guy's got 40, no one's going to want to try and enter at the end of the show. So to everyone else out there, if you want to still enter our jersey giveaway, you can. I'm going to send Jets Forever #2 his own prize here. All right.
Hey, Jake, real quick, I got a question for you because you just showed a Jake Asman guest legend on the show and Chad Pennington at the Combine previously. What do you have set up for this year, Jake? Heading to the Combine, Indy. How are you going to top Chad Pennington?
Well, we're working on it. I'll tell you that much. We had Rich Eisen 2 years ago. We had Ian Rappaport last year. Chad was also great. Chad's going to be there again. So I've been texting with him. We're going to try and find a time. So a little spoiler alert. We're going to try and get Chad back on the show for the second straight year. But who knows, man? I don't know who's going to be there. So you just kind of look around.
Surprise.
And see.
All right.
Yeah. The Chad thing, that was a great story. Just kind of lift the curtain. I think I told it last year. I was leaving. We were done for the day. I was done with the second stream and I was leaving. And I just saw him and just went up to him and was like, holy crap, it's Chad Pennington. Just struck a conversation with him, told him who I was. And I'm like, hey, would love to get you on the show. And he's like, I'm actually leaving town tomorrow. I'm like, can we do it right now? I go, if Chad Pennington wants to do it right now, put the equipment back out and let's go. Let's go do the interview. So we'll see.
How quick was that? From you leaving and going, holy shit, Chad Pennington, and then you guys engage. He's like, I could do it right now. How quickly do you run back in there and set it up? How long does all that take?
8 minutes.
Wow.
5
okay.
minutes.
Oh, that's pretty smart. Okay. Stopwatch. Good on Jake.
Well, you got to be ready to move, baby. Move and groove.
Yeah.
Jets Forever checking. Can we get this, man? I'm gifting a membership right now. I hope it goes to Jets Forever #2. We need all our OGs and our big time supporters to be channel members. I'm gifting someone a membership. Hopefully it's JF2. He says, I'll definitely hang out with the wagon next time I'm in the US. Me, Jake Wagon, and Gary V are catching up to talk Jets. I'll let people in on a little secret. Jets Forever #2. He knows Gary V. Very, very, very well. One membership has been gifted. Josh Shells, 5199 is the recipient of the membership. So not JF2, but we'll keep trying. Derek the Jet fan's trying. He's in the raffle now for one. Matt Mac 19 is in the Asmaniac raffle. Let's freaking go.
I'm sorry, I just had a.
Thank you, Charles. This was a super chat from the first show. It didn't load properly, so I didn't see it, but I'm going to do it on the second show. Shout out to Common Country. He is in our raffle for 2. A modern offensive-minded NFL team would grab Carnell Tate at 2, Love at 16, go defense in free agency. So I'll throw this your way, Boy Green. If the Jets took Carnell Tate at 2, and let's say they took Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame. I know you're a fan of Notre Dame. I know your dad is too.
Yeah.
At 16, your reaction would be what?
I'd be elated. Offense. Jake, we have seen the Jets die a lot of ways, quite frankly. Razor blades and lemon juice. It's been painful. If I'm going down, I want to go down swinging. I want to go down scoring points. Carnell Tate gives a running mate to Garrett Wilson, an Ohio State brethren. Jeremiah Love, for people who have not seen Jeremiah Love, this guy is a freak. He can run the ball. He can catch a ball into the backfield. Explosive plays. He is one of the most dynamic running backs that's come out in the last 10, 15 years. He is so friggin' good. And we're scoring a bunch of points. Whoever's playing quarterback, how can you not be excited about this? Plus, we got free agency, the 4th most cap space in the league. I'm all for offense, baby. Let's score some friggin' points.
Yeah, I don't hate the idea of doing the receiver at 2. Love at 16. There's just no way he's going to make it there. If he did, I at least could be more open to it. I don't want Jeremiah Love at 2 because there's some people that think he's the best player in the draft overall. I am vehemently against taking a running back that high. It's a different conversation at 16, and I don't think he makes it to 16. I could see him easily going to the Chiefs at number 9, for example.
Oh, sure. I could totally see that. I could totally see him going 9 to the Chiefs. Hey, 8 to the Saints, 7 to the Commanders. I could see it in a lot of different ways. Absolutely.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Boy Green is officially in our jersey raffle at the end of the show. He gifted the community a channel membership.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
We talk about crazy. That's Boy Green. It went to listener K Pank. So K Pank, you're a channel member. Thanks to the guest on the show right now, Boy Green, the Austrian Jet fan in the house. He is entering the raffle for 1.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
Austrian Jet fan, your membership went to Zachary Browning, and I see on the BG channel he also gifted one on the simulcast as well. So there you go. We got
by the
memberships galore.
Yeah, that went to, simply put, and great name, JETS, Jets. Booyah! You're a Boy Green Coffee Club member.
Hell to the yeah. Super chat from Bino says, waiting for a Vinny T interview. We have Vinny Testaverde on. I feel like I have to ask him about the time he took a shower in the general vicinity of one of our famous callers, Neil. Who knows how that conversation would go?
Yeah.
Man. Blast for the past for those who remember. All right, we're going to get to your calls coming up. A couple other quick hitting topics with Boy Green that I want to hit on. Free agency outside of the quarterbacks. Is there a dream free agent target for you?
There absolutely is. There's 2, and I've heard other guests on your show have said this one, so I'll mention him, but others have said it. Tyler Linderbaum, I think there is a uniqueness to his free agency path, again, because of the franchise tag, because of the fifth-year option. He is a player of his caliber, does not reach free agency often, so I would be all in on Tyler Linderbaum. Josh Myers is fine. He's fine. But if you could upgrade, and what better place to upgrade than the offensive line that's going to have an impact on everything? Your quarterback play, your running backs, your wide receivers, I go Linderbaum. But I know other guests on your show have said that, so I want to go with a different name, and I want to go to defense. This is a guy that I am circling the wagons for. Give me Devin Lloyd of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know how many people have been screaming this one on your show, Jake. If I'm the first, then so be it, baby. He's 27 years old. He's a playmaker. This is a guy that could do a little bit of everything. And let's be honest, the freaking linebacker unit of the Jets freaking sucked last year. It was terrible. It needs a complete overhaul at that position. That could lead to the Jets trading Jamie Sherwood this offseason. Could be to the Tennessee Titans with Saleh. Could be to the Falcons with Jeff Ulbrich. Could even be to the Browns with Rudy. Mike Rutenberg is over there as the linebackers coach in Cleveland. So even if you move off of him, or you don't, even if you keep him, I want Devin Lloyd. He just makes plays, picks, sacks, disruption. That's what I want to see from Devin Lloyd. So I circle that guy. And more people need to start talking about Devin Lloyd as an option. He's one of my favorites. I have circled in permanent marker.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Boy Green is with us here. If you guys have a dream free agent that you want the Jets to go after, write it in. We'll read some of the comments. The super chats from our guy, Derek, the Jet fan. So he goes first. Hit the Jet chant for him. Boy Green, love your show. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I was hoping on your thoughts of. Okay, so I'll reword his super chat. He wants your thoughts on who you would like to see, Paul, as the Jet Bridge QB.
Yeah, first off, I'll tell you a guy I don't want. I absolutely want to avoid with a 37.5-foot pole. It's Malik Willis. I want no part of Malik Willis. There have been Jet fans that have been craving for him. They're nuts. He has 6 career starts, man. I don't want any part of that. He's going to get overpaid. He's going to be the highest paid free agent. Good for him that he had this Matt Flynn-like moment where he pops at a handful of games this past season. The numbers are crazy, right? He had an 80% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns, no picks. The yards were great. Like, he looked awesome this year in spurts, but I'm not buying spurts. Let someone else gamble on that. Not me. I don't want to do that. I feel like we made again, they're different players, but a similar risk. Like, upside swing for Justin Fields. I want a veteran that I just know the floor. I want to bring competency to the Jets offense. My whole thing for Frank Reich, why I like the Frank Reich hire at OC, is I think there's an adult in the room. He brings a floor to the Jets offense. I don't know what his ceiling is. We'll all find that out together. But he brings a floor of like, okay, we're at least going to be this. That's what I want from the Jets quarterback. I don't want to swing for upside. I think swinging for upside is the sexy thing to do, but sometimes it's not as sexy just to get substance. Give me substance. Give me Kirk Cousins. Give me, some veteran. I mean, we've been going through 1,000 of the names out there. Give me that. So again, I don't want any part of Malik Willis. Go to Miami if they can afford it. I don't know how they can, or Arizona or somewhere else. I want absolutely no part of Malik Willis. So any fans that are singing that song at your local pub, keep drinking, because I don't want it. Absolutely not. Keep me away from Malik Willis. To answer the actual question of like my veteran bridge of choice, and I know me and you, Jake, are perfectly aligned on this one. Let's see some unretired Derek Carr action. Let's go.
You want Derek Carr? That's your guy?
Come on, man. Let's be honest. A lot of the options suck. Okay. There's a lot of booty out there.
Yep.
But Derek Carr, he's healthy now, apparently, by all accounts. And I know he says he wants to play for a Super Bowl contender. I just don't know what Super Bowl contender is looking for Derek Carr. So I don't know if that's going to happen for him. And hell, the Jets gave the ultimate pitch. Diana Rossini reported a couple of years ago. They said, hey, you can be a Hall of Famer here, pal. You can win Super Bowls here. So I think Derek Carr, man, I know a lot of people immediately said that was stupid when there was even some rumors like a few weeks ago that maybe he could come out. I saw a lot of prominent Jets people said, absolutely not before this even starts. I don't know why we can say absolutely not to anyone. Our freaking options suck on the team. The options suck in free agency. I don't think we should be in any position to rule out anybody, quite frankly. But yeah, I'm intrigued by Derek Carr. Yes, I am.
Well, Derek Carr with competition, I'll listen to it. Derek Carr, we got the guy and it's your job. No way. No, you need 2 veterans if you're going Derek Carr. He wasn't in the league last year. He retired. Now he's going to magically stay healthy when he comes to the Jets.
You know, when someone takes a year off, there's two ways you can look at it. One, Jesus, he's been off a year. He's away from the game for a year. To me, I see the positive. It's the 1 year less of tread on the tires. He got to get his mind right. It's not like he forgot how to throw a football forward. And there's been some, if you look at some of the statistical seasons, Derek Carr, not too shabby. But I agree with you. No matter what the plan is, it has to be a multi-pronged approach. Get a couple of veterans, draft a guy in the mid-round somewhere that you prefer, a Taylon Green, if whoever you're, Garrett Nussmeier, I don't care who it is. You pick someone like in the 4th round, or you trade back from 44 and get a 3rd round pick, whatever you want to do. Grab a guy, get a couple of veterans, and then let's go to war, Balake.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
We got some breaking news from the Beast. He writes in, just made spicy, hot pork chops. Then he followed that one up with, that gonna burn your ass.
Oh.
BG, your thoughts on the spicy, hot pork chops that Beast Breaker made?
My mother of Puerto Rican descent makes papas fritas, and she makes a wonderful pork chop with some nice potato wedge action. So muy caliente on the pork chop, I can respect, but the burn the ass part, it sounds like, is it worth the initial battle? It could be, yeah.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Ay, 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 ay. Read it in week, boys. Thanks to a good friend of mine called Spice It. Get this while you're still at it. Look at that right there. And look at these right here.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's the side dish? What do you have with the pork chop?
Oh, well,
it started already.
Yeah.
We got something in mind called a little bit of a. How about some alpha?
Do you mind? I'm trying to do a show.
Well, would you mind cutting would you cut the BS out and
Mind stop cutting the cheese?
Did I look like I ate? I barely got.
Yes, you do actually look like you ate.
I just got these today. Little spice. What does that smell like? Heaven, fresh heaven right off the stove. This is called beauty. It's all in the eye of the beholder. Check them out. But if you want one of these, I can send it out. Anybody?
BG, would you like a home cooked meal from Beast Breaker?
It's a beautiful offer, obviously, but sure, if he comes to the tailgate this year, you know, we're both going to probably be hosting a tailgate there. Sure, he can bring the chops. Yeah.
Super chat from the big fella who says, Jake, 20 memberships if we draft anyone from Tennessee. Breece Hall, Hood, McCoy, Josephs, lots of opportunities. And thank you to Sham for getting me back on the Discord. Shout out to Sham. He's always the mastermind behind the Asmaniac Discord, behind the scenes. Good to get you back in there, big fella. Glad you worked it out. Look, at some of those players you mentioned could be Jets. Breece Hall, I'm interested to see at the Combine for sure. Hood is a name I've seen go in the 1st round. 2nd round, I just did a mock with Richie and Matt on our Jets Roundtable show, and he was there at pick 44, I'm pretty sure, which was surprising. So who knows, man? But Tennessee does have some interesting prospects in this draft class.
Daniel Jeremiah in his podcast, again, it sort of surprised me. I shared out the clip. He said that corner is obviously a need for the Jets, and he would use, if he was running the ship, one of their first 4 picks on corner. And I've not heard that in a lot of places. So if you are to believe that, Jermod McCoy's still on the board at 16 to have a true number 1 corner. He missed all last year with the ACL injury, so he'd be about, 15 months or something separated from it by the time we get to draft time. This offseason process is going to be huge for him. So it could go corner at 16 potentially, depending on BPA there.
Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls on our show. We say hello to Tristan, who's next. Hey, Tristan.
Hey, what's going on, Jake?
How you been, Tristan?
Doing all right. Trying to, work on, my business and stuff like that out here in Utah. Trying to get Zach's mom as a client. But all jokes aside, I saw you had a show the other day that was entertaining the possibility of drafting anybody on this front 7 besides Ruben Bain, and I feel like that would be a huge mistake. When we lost Williams to a trade, you're over here, we're over here talking about the exterior of the line, when we should be talking about somebody who could play both on the interior and the exterior of the line. Replace that run. His instincts are insane. Arvell Reese got taken to town by Miami's first round pick, and he was a non-factor in a game that meant the world. And guess who wasn't a non-factor in a game that meant the world? Ruben Bain. Every single game, he's stopping the run. He's after the quarterback. He actually strikes fair. That should be the only answer. That's all I have to say today. At 2, give me Ruben Bain. And if you don't pick Ruben Bain, you're going to pay for it later. That's all I got to say.
Again, I like Bain, Tristan. I just wonder if it's close between him and, let's say, Reese, the fact that the arms are undersized, is that the tiebreaker that they would use? I'm not saying they should, because I value production, but that'd be the thing. Like, what is the selling point on Bain over Reese's upside?
I give you Vernon Golston.
Vernon Golston didn't like football, though. That was the problem with Vernon Golston that we came to learn after the fact.
But what about a Mesidor consolation prize? Huh? His running mate at Miami. Why not him?
Mesidor can play the 3. We're talking. So Mesidor was a pass rush specialist. Mm-hmm. He was in on a lot of tackles in the run because of stunts. Great at stunts, but our defensive coordinator put him in a lot of positions to be good at run defending. You will watch Ruben Bain read the run, throw the person that's supposed to be blocking past his run, and then chase it down. So not to say Mesidor would not be a good consolation prize. It's just that we already have his production in place in JJ and McDonald. That's my argument there. It's not to say that he's not going to be good, but pass rush specialist put in position to be good in the run by the defensive coordinator, while Bain reads, reacts, and destroys. That's why I would like to have Bain over Mesidor.
Well said.
Tristan, call in more. I miss your calls.
Yeah, I've been working during your call time, man. I'll make sure that I get back on.
Ladies and gentlemen, an OG of this community, Tristan Oliver.
And here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
More calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing and get ready, because joining us right now is a man where you have to see it to believe it.
I got my eye on you. Checkmate me, full screen, it's fireball, whiskey time, David motherfucking T.
Hi, guys.
Can you hear me?
Boy, Green, so knowledgeable and entertaining.
Good
You're
job.
great. And, hi, Max. But anyway, I'm locked in on Linderbaum. I think he's good.
Hey, David, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Is your finger on the mic?
Can you hear me? Good job.
Is your finger on the microphone?
No.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? My
Good
phone's
job.
been going. My phone's been going fluid, Jake, of late. So I don't know what's going on.
Did you bring it in the shower with you?
No, that I did not, and I
Good
didn't.
job.
I didn't drop it in the toilet or anything. But you want me to get off? I can, maybe try to call back in or whatever.
I don't want you to get off. This is a family show.
Calm your freaky down.
Oh my God!
You sound better now, though.
Good job.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
Okay, so anyway, I'm locked in on Linderbaum, and my quarterback. I'm locked in on Mariota coming in, another veteran, and I'm drafting a rookie only because I'm ashamed of myself, maybe, but I just don't see Aaron Glenn being the coach in 27. And then Jake, when God talks to the beast, his eyes light up and his mind is reeling. And then with Max, outside of here, he's got me saying, good job. Like if I take my dog for a good walk and he behaves, I say, good job.
Good job.
That's all I got. Good job, Max. But I like Max's confidence that he's gonna burn the tournament this year.
Well, David T, thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, David T.
I got my eye on you, G.
I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
And now, back to our feature presentation of the Jake Asman Show.
Put the food down, beast.
Cállate, cabrón. Get out of my face before you
Put the food down.
How would you like a bar of soap in your mouth once in your life?
I'm God. You can't do anything.
Right. And I got plenty of bar of soaps in there you
I'm
want.
everywhere.
Would you like Palmolive? Would you like Dial? Would you like Coast? Or would you like some if you're not fully clean, unless you're zestfully clean? What would you like? Pick your poison, son. You got 4 choices of soap you want.
There's drool on your mouth, beast.
You got no respect.
Do you not have a napkin in that attic of yours?
What? First of all, this is the headquarters here, sonny boy.
First off, it's an attic, Jason.
I think you need to go get serious professional help.
You would know.
What rope are you talking about? This whole team looks like it's shot to shit. Who the hell do you think you are? I am.
What is happening, man? God just takes over the show whenever he feels like it now.
Oh, man. I'm ready for Asmaniac Madness. I can't wait.
I don't know if you are, Boy Green. I don't know if you are. This year it could be even crazier. Jets Jesus is next on the show. Hello, Jets Jesus.
Whoa.
What's up, fellas?
Wow. Okay.
Boy Green, I'm loving the energy today, as always.
Well, thank you. Wow. I get the Jets Jesus thing. Wow. Okay.
I'm hyped for Asmaniac Madness. That was so fun last year. I'm looking forward to it again.
Let's go.
I believe in you, son.
Thank you, voice in the sky.
It's me, God.
I've heard. I've heard you antagonizing Beast on the show.
Yeah, that God is something.
Yeah.
He's a wild one. All right, speaking of wild one, Boy Green, I've been liking a lot of what you're saying. I think the Carr is the one exception for me. Yeah. The amount of people that are into Carr, I feel like was it Will Ferrell and Zoolander? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. But other than that, I really like the idea with trying to trade Breece Hall to the Chiefs and doing some pick getting maybe another first rounder and doing some swaps with that. I think that's a really fun idea, and I haven't heard anybody really talking about that. So kudos to you on that one. I think that's something to look into. I like Breece. I think he's a valuable part of the team. So I think you either give him tag him or really use him to get other assets. I think that's going to be real important. I'll float a fun question out to you, Boy Green.
Okay.
Who would you be disappointed with the Jets picking it to? Like, who would you be like, that's realistic, that like is a name that we've heard, and you would go, oh no, this is a mistake. And that question is in honor of Mike Tannenbaum, who I think has made plenty of mistakes for the Jets and done horrible things for the team, both while he was GM and while his 33rd team.
Yeah,
not wrong.
yeah, that's true. That's true. The disappointing. So right now it doesn't seem realistic, but like I've just heard enough chatter, and you just think about it, Ty Simpson at 2. And while we all think that's not possible, but if he's the unquestioned number 2 quarterback, which is what all these experts say, that it's Fernando, it's Ty, not that they're in the same tier, but that's QB1, QB2, and then there's a bunch of other guys. If the Jets say to themselves, they love Ty Simpson, and now you're playing a weird game, do you try to move back from 2 to get him and then hope you don't go too far? Do you try to move up from 16 to get him and you don't know where the right point is because the Rams, some of these other teams? So what if the Jets just say, you know what, F it. We're just going to take our guy. We don't care. Like Aaron Glenn, again, this is a completely different situation, but Aaron Glenn and the Lions, when they took Jahmyr Gibbs, they said, we don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks draft board wise. When they took Jack Campbell, they said, we don't care what anyone else thinks. Did that Dan Campbell juice seep into the brain of AG? And he's going to say, hey, a big F you to the rest of the world. It doesn't matter what you think. We know what we're doing. We've seen that arrogance before. That's the one where I'm like, oh boy, you guys better be right. And with all our 2027 picks to do that, taking a guy number 2 overall and giving up on him after a year is a lot different than maybe taking Ty Simpson at 16 and then you give up on him after a year. So that's the one that gives me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. Fernando isn't going to throw the combine. Ty Simpson probably is. Ty Simpson blows the roof off the place. Who knows what his stock does?
If they take Ty Simpson at 2, fold the franchise. It'd be the most irresponsible pick of all time. 15 career starts. Wasn't even particularly great by the end of it. You cannot take him at 2. You can't. There's no justification for it. That's where ownership needs to step in and say, you're gone if that's your plan. You can't take Ty Simpson at 2.
Yeah, even though Buffalo Jets fans been trying to low-key I guess not low-key, but on occasional shows get us ready for that pick. I agree with you, man. There's no getting ready for that pick. That pick is disappointment.
You can't do it. You can't, because then that ruins the possibility of doing it, taking a real quarterback in 2027. Like, it's just so many issues with that. You can't do it.
Yeah, agreed. All right, let's jump to pick 16, if you guys don't mind me staying on and chatting a little bit longer.
Go ahead, Jets Jesus.
Gorge Jets Jesus, obviously.
No bowing to me. We're all having fun here. Okay, so let's go pick 16. We'll say that the Jets don't pick a wide receiver at 2. What wide receivers are you looking? Oh, what's the voice saying? I can't hear it. Sorry.
I was saying you're making great points, son.
Thanks. I'm here for you. All right. So pick 16. Let's say we don't go wide receiver at pick 2. Who are you liking at wide receiver besides Lemon? I feel like he's the if he drops to 2, we got to take him. What receivers are you liking?
I've heard this one. I was in the middle of a story about before I jumped on here with Jake. Denzel Boston. He seems like a polarizing guy with people. He's bigger. He's 6'4", and if the Jets are trying to build this basketball team in the wide receiver room, in theory that complements what Garrett Wilson brings to the table, and you get that. But again, it goes back in a weird way to that Ty Simpson thing. If 16 is too rich, do you start saying, well, we can fudge around a little bit here, try to move this, try to move that? What if they just go get Denzel Boston, who is this sort of opposite guy to Garrett Wilson, literally and figuratively in terms of styles, and you just go with that? I think that potentially. And to answer this question that you didn't ask, Jets Jesus, but I sort of felt it telepathically. Like, what is the situation at 16 that makes me go, geez, what the hell is going on here? It's taking the Penn State offensive lineman Vega at 16, which was in the Daniel Jeremiah mock. The Jets have invested more first-round picks in the offensive line than any team in the NFL since 2020. They've already taken 4 guys in the first round. It was Mekhi Becton, Elijah Vera-Tucker, Olu Muiwa, and Armand Membu. If they took Vega, that'd be the 5th since 2020, and that just feels like overkill. Be a normal franchise. Find a left guard in free agency. Find a left guard in the 4th round. Other teams can do it. We have to do a first-round pick. I don't care how good this guy is. Invest the resources elsewhere. I think the offensive line has a real great core. Olu Muiwa, Armand, and Joe Tippmann. I feel great about that core, and I hope we keep them forever. I don't think we need Vega. I heard it from Daniel Jeremiah, best player available, all that. That's the one where I get pissed, like, damn, man, it just feels like overkill.
Yeah, I like it. I'm definitely in full agreement there. I'm going to throw Jake's question that he posted. I think it was earlier today, over to you. And what do you do with AVT and Simpson? Who do you want either of them? Do you want none of them? But I mean, I doubt you want both of them, but
no. My partner that joins me on the Tuesday, Thursday show at 3:00, Woody, he wants both. And I'm like, dude, both is not going to happen. If one is signed before the other, unless they're on opposite sides of the building and they're cut off from the rest of the world, there's no way you're signing both. That doesn't make any sense for them. So I think you have to pick one or the other. And this is probably oversimplifying it. I think John Simpson is safer from the standpoint that he's played 51 straight games. He is reliable of availability, but it's risky because he's coming off a questionable year. He's a hothead. There's penalties. There's issues with him. AVT, on the opposite side, is never available. In 3 of his 5 years, he's had a season-ending injury. but when he's healthy, he's clearly much better than John Simpson. I probably swing high in this particular scenario with my other offensive lineman, and I go for AVT if he's going to come. I know everyone says 1 year prove it deal, and I saw Jake gave his projection on Twitter about what he would do for the AVT thing. I don't know.
But here's the thing, Paul.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nobody knows what AVT's value is. That's what I'm fascinated by. Like, I could sit here and say, yeah, give him a 1 year prove it deal, but like, wouldn't other teams want to do that too? And that would drive up his market. Like, we all know he's good when he plays. Like, if the Jets don't maybe offer more to keep him, he might have other opportunities. He might want to take the prove it deal on a different team that's closer to winning. Like Becton went to the Eagles and won a Super Bowl. So his market is fascinating. Someone from Houston reached out to me that covers the Texans, was asking me about him. And he's like, I've never seen a free agent projection that every different site you use has a different number what he's supposed to get. So I want AVT back, but I'm not giving him a multi-year deal that's a lot guaranteed when he hasn't played. If I could do 2 years and the first year's guaranteed and there's incentives for it, I'm all good, but I'm not doing more than, really a true 1 year commitment to the guy.
My gut tells me a team's going to give him a multi-year deal. He's young, and then everyone wastes money in free agency on everything. Why not do they just convince themselves, you know what? If we swing and hit on AVT here, we're golden, and we blow money and on bad free agents all the time. The risk here is injury. I think someone is. Rich Cimini in his piece the other day said he heard from an agent that has nothing to do with AVT, a separate agent, that a team will be willing to give a multi-year deal for $13 million plus per year. I could see it. He's young. And again, if everyone's offering a 1 year prove it deal, why would he come back to us? With all due respect to us, like if he could go anywhere for the same deal, why wouldn't he go somewhere else? West Coast, he's a USC guy. That would make sense. So again, I think it might cost a multi-year deal. I'm curious if the Jets are willing to do it.
Jets Jesus, tremendous call out of you.
Thanks, guys. You both take care. Always a pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man of God, Jets Jesus. Speaking of men of God.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Ay, 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 ay.
How are the pork chops there, Beast?
Just had one. That kicked my ass. Woo! That was a Ric Flair. That felt like having a Ric Flair chop going. Woo! Don't let go of the rope. What rope are you talking about? This whole team looks like it's shot to shit. Who the hell do you think you are? I am.
I'll tell you what. We go from one manly man to a man who had a heart attack the other day.
Oh, geez.
Arty is next. Hello, Arty.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, man. How you doing, buddy?
Well. Let's go.
You turn Peg into Cho.
Wow, she's Cho chilling. Love that.
She's Cho chilling.
Big Joe.
Hey, I was reflecting back on the past week, and I was just thinking, and I hope God don't take this the wrong way, and I hope he's listening to me. But I want to die on this hill. Get a fucking weapon. Get a weapon. I don't give a fuck if you get Tate or Lemon. Get a fucking weapon for once. We need a two. I did. I'm sorry, God. I didn't mean to curse.
You had a heart attack. You're justified.
I know. I'm excitable, especially when it comes to this team.
I'd like to tell God that on my wish list is to meet Boy Green in person.
Hey, let's go. Hopefully we see you guys at the tailgate this year. That'd be awesome.
The one thing that gave me was the week off. I got to watch Boy Green live, either from the hospital bed or from my backyard today. And that was very enjoyable.
Well, I just want this to be very clear. I know you're willing to die on that hill, and God bless you. Please don't die on any hill.
Get a weapon.
Or anywhere. Yeah.
Weapon,
Let's get
please.
That weapon and you live. Is that possible? Let's get both. You continue to live your life, and we get the weapon. Let's get
Yes. Get defense fixed in free agency, for God's sake. It ain't that fucking hard. Get the weapons.
You sound great, Arty. I mean, I have no idea that you were in the hospital for a heart attack. You got the same energy level. You're passionate. Yeah. You're still talking about our Jets. I love it.
I tell you what, they put that stent in my heart. I never had blood flowing so good.
Oh, wow.
You sound great, man. You look good. Yeah. I'm thrilled for you, man. This is a remark. Look, I knew if the Jets didn't kill you, you were going to be fine. But, I mean, you recovered tremendously. You look good. Yeah. You sound good. I love this.
I love it. Yeah, me too, man. I'm happy.
From Monday. Big change from Monday.
Yeah.
Big change.
Anyway, good luck, guys. Boy Green, I'll see you tomorrow morning, brother. All
right. Love you, pal.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Man, Arty, looking good. Peg, looking good. Love that.
Awesome. Have you guys met before, Jake?
Yes, they met Peg and Arty in Tampa. They came down to our Asmaniac meetups before the Jets lost to the Bucks in one of the craziest games ever.
Yeah, that's for sure. Awesome.
More of your calls right now. Paul Faz is on the line. Hello, Paul.
What's going on, gentlemen?
All right, fellow Paul. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, man. We rock, brother. You know that.
That's right.
All right. I got a question. Didn't AVT get hurt both times playing at Denver?
The third time he didn't. The first two, yes, he got hurt both times. This time was like days before the season where he tore his other tricep. But yes, the other two were both in Denver. That's correct.
Tuesday of week one, before the Tuesday before week one was when he got hurt.
Right. Yep.
And we played Denver. We played Denver again this year, don't we?
We do. Jesus, I don't know what it is. I don't know what.
Are we home? Are we home or away? Are we home or away?
I can't remember. I think we're home, but I can't remember. Let me double check.
Jets are home for the Broncos this year.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Oh, Jesus. Great.
I got to be honest. I have a couple of my must-haves, which probably won't happen, but I definitely disagree with the AVT thing. I think we need to re-sign him. Some of these injuries are injuries that you could fully heal from. They were fluky. It's not like it's something that you like an Achilles where, okay, it's going to need another year or whatever. I mean, I think we forget how great he was. I mean, I know we know it, but imagine having him back and then we go get that center that you mentioned and you both said it and we all know it. The position the Jets are in, we're going to have to overpay in some places to get better. But what would be a great scenario, in my opinion, is if we have one of the best offensive lines in football. That does two things. It does make any quarterback that is debating going somewhere else feel better about coming here knowing how great our O-line is going to be. And second, which is most likely going to happen, Aaron Glenn F's up and they go clean house with management and bring in new management next year. To have that type of offensive line is something that other coaches are going to look at and say, hey, you know what? Not for nothing. We have something to work on. The draft, we get a quarterback and we're off to the races. So I think those two are a must-have. I would love to see Vera-Tucker back. My reason for that is.
Did we lose you?
Man,
Paul?
that's a cliffhanger. My reason is.
Oh, Paul, what's the reason?
And-
Why
Yeah.
Vera-Tucker? Tell us.
You didn't hear about why AVT? Because you have
Can you
to.
hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
now?
we got you. You're going through like a tunnel. We got you now. But it cut off right when he said, my reason is. And then you lost.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Don't let
All
go.
time
Paul.
for none. Wow. AVT, other teams are going to definitely do it. He's one of the best players we had on the O-line. We re-sign him and we get the center that you guys are talking about and overpay if we have to. I don't really care because that is the foremost, most important part of a team, in my opinion, for offense. And if Aaron Glenn craps to bed, which he's most likely going to do.
Ah, what a cliffhanger again. Man.
Paul.
Paul.
God, that great voice. Ugh.
You disgust me, Beast. You disgust this community. Look at yourself.
Does anybody got anything else to bitch yet?
Get some clothing that fits.
Shut up for a minute and you're giving me a headache.
Put some respect on God's name.
Respect God, Beast. Come on. He's just looking after you.
Please.
I do like your coffee mug, though.
If Zsa the
Shut up,
vote was
Jake.
still around,
Shut up. I'm talking to Beast.
hey, no one asked for your damn input. Now shut your trap.
Or what? You can't move. Look at yourself.
You have no life, do you?
Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Ay, 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 ay.
Man. God versus Beast is an ongoing saga. Let me tell you. Kyle Clifton was on hold, but he just dropped off. So, BG, I'm going to let you run. I'm going to stay on for the rest of the show. Last chance to call in if you want in on the conversation. But, Boy Green, plug yourself. Where can people find all your content?
Yeah, baby, we're getting closer and closer to 10K. We're only a handful of subscribers away from like 8,400, so let's freaking go. Push it over the goal line. YouTube.com/@BoyGreen25. BOY Green the color 25. And hopefully I win that Keyshawn Johnson jersey, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
BG is in the Asmaniac raffle for a chance to win. Love it. Paul, we'll talk to you at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Asmaniacs. Let's go.
Boy Green with us in his rare guest appearance these days. I was going to say weekly spot, but then I remembered I do a weekly with him and his co-host Jim on their show. Well, good stuff from Paul. Always appreciate him hopping on the show. A reminder, this show is available in podcast form, Apple or Spotify. Just search Jake Asman Show, and you can listen back to anything you might have missed. Also want to shout out some recent Patreon members, Marine Jed Vet, Leon M., Mark, Snoopy, Jesse, Steven Stoller, our most recent Patreon subscribers. Just go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Wayne writes in, can't wait to hear all the excuses from the wait till next year for a quarterback in 28 looks better. You don't think this is a bit of a unique year, though, Wayne? Like, I understand your point. We can't guarantee next year's class is better, but there's going to be more than one. Right now, it's just Mendoza and no one else. You're talking yourself into Simpson as a first-round pick. I'm not convinced he'd go in the first round. He wouldn't go in the first round if this was the 2024 draft class. Big fella says, let's go Knicks, baby. That's where I'm off to next, baby. Go New York. Go New York, go. But again, like, if they took Ty Simpson in the second round, I'll live with it. But the first round, pick 16, I just don't think that's smart team building. I really don't. I mean, you want to make the case for Ty Simpson? Make the case. Tell me. Because I don't see it. Last chance to get in on the show. One of the perks of being on Patreon is that I uploaded the full Vice TV Monday Night Miracle documentary for any Patreon user to view. If you haven't seen it, it's awesome. It's part of the Don't Call It a Comeback series that Vice TV put together. Here's a short clip from the doc. I'll play it, and then we'll get to this raffle. So last chance to either get in on the show if you want to call in or get the membership to qualify for our Jets jersey raffle. That's coming up shortly, but first, here's the clip.
The Jets regroup for one last chance to tie the game. In 3 minutes, they move the ball to the 3-yard line of the Dolphins.
I'm thinking that they're going to run the ball to Curtis Martin.
Instead, on 3rd and goal and time running out, the New York coaching staff look deep into their playbook. With the game in the balance, the Jets designate offensive lineman Jumbo Elliott as an eligible receiver.
The play comes in, and Benny comes back to the huddle like he's about to tell us a secret. He says, all right, guys, we're going to Jumbo. And we're all like, the game's on the line, and you're going to throw the ball to Jumbo, but then it's like, brilliant. I think he would be the last thought that the Dolphins or their coaches or the owners or anyone would ever think that we're going to throw the ball to Jumbo.
For good reason. In his 13 years as an NFL offensive lineman, the 6'7", 308-pound John Jumbo Elliott has never even been targeted with a pass in a game.
It was a very quick play. It was a fake handoff to one of us. Like, as soon as he would fake it, he would come back up and throw the ball because Jumbo, guarantee, is going to be open.
When Vinny drops back in play actions, you can't believe it that you seen him throwing it to Jumbo Elliott.
And really, it was all happening in slow motion.
It felt like that ball was in the air forever watching it live in real time. And he bobbles the ball. We're flipping out like he's gonna drop the ball.
We knew that he could catch the ball, but we always questioned it, because he wasn't the most agile guy. You could see Jumbo's face, and it's like his eyes were crossed, his mouth was wide open, and you could just tell, like, he was trying to do everything to not drop that ball.
Is he gonna catch this thing, or like what's gonna happen? And he falls on it,
and he cuddles it, without hitting the ground. Did he make that catch? We're looking on the screen. We're looking up, and all of a sudden you see, and the place erupts.
Even though a lot of people had left, it was so loud.
I mean, to this day, it's one of the more iconic moments in the history of the Jets. And really, it's one of the most iconic plays in the history of the NFL on Monday Night Football, with the entire nation watching, this historic comeback. Full thing available on patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Maniac Raffle. Now, I just counted the names here since I'm going to send Jets Forever number 2 something different, because he'd had 40 of the 11 entries here. This is the best chance anyone who's entered this raffle right here has to win a prize. So before we get to the raffle, you know what must be done. We must bring on our master of raffle ceremony. Here is the man himself.
You tell me how crazy I am. I just took 4 chair headshots. Lord Alpha Hayes welcoming you to another edition of the 2026 Wheel of Champions. Now, let's go to the wheel and spin the most beautiful wheel of the Wheel of Champions.
Hey, Mr. Raffle Man, what's up with the accent?
We're doing Lord Alfred Hayes.
Oh.
So let's go right ahead to the famous Wheel of Champions, and let's spin it and let's get some winners. Shall we, ladies and gentlemen? This is your brightest from Coliseum video. Lord Alfred Hayes saying cheerio and arrivederci to all, and have a blessed day on the Jake Asman Show.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac Raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Thank you very much, Mr. Beast. As you guys can see, this is a light wheel, but someone's going to win a jersey. Jeffrey Sharina just gifted a membership. Hey now.
Woo, 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 woo.
He's in for one. I just added him. It might not be so light for much longer. Big fella says, put me in the raffle.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm going to add the big fella 5 times. That's what a $20 super chat gets you. Ladies and gentlemen, we reshuffle the names. Derek the Jet fan says, wait, I won 5 more. Derek the Jet fan, another 5. I just saw he gifted. I'm just going to type as we go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are watching it behind the scenes. Derek the Jet fan, thank you, man. You already had a bunch of entries in this one, and now you got even more. This might be your best chance to win a jersey. He wants it. He wants it.
Give us something, anything. Yeah. We're a squirrel trying to get a nut.
We got another one. Peg and Arty in the house.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo.
Peg and Arty won a Garrett Wilson signed helmet the other day on the show. That has already been ordered and sent. Mr. Flowers, I see. Well, this is all happening at the end here. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Flowers. Hold on. I'll get the spelling right for the record here. Another 5 from Mr. Flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in for 5. Well, so much for a light wheel. We're up to 28 names and counting. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone here. Mr. Flowers, another. Oh, no, that was a super sticker. All right, he's in. Shane, I'm going to put you in because I don't know what a super sticker is. But I appreciate the gesture. I'm also going to give Big Fella an extra one because he's the only other $5 super chat. So I want to be fair to our $5 super chatters. So Big Fella, you get another one. And then Shane Nitro does too. All right. We're all just a squirrel trying to get a nut here, huh?
Give us something, anything. Yeah. We're a squirrel trying to get a nut.
All right. Good luck to everyone. If you win, you know the rules. Email me, asmanjake@gmail.com. Your name, player you want the jersey in, the size, and of course your address where to send it. Good luck to all, but only one could win. And the winner of a Jets jersey at the end of our second show today is Mr. Flowers. He entered at the very end. He was the last person to do it. And guess what? He's the winner. Jet fans going crazy.
Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Oh my goodness gracious. Of all the dramatic things, hit it. Congrats to Mr. Flowers. Mr. Flowers, please email me, asmanjake@gmail.com, and I will make sure we get your jersey ordered for you this upcoming weekend. All right, that does it for me. 2 awesome shows today. I'm off to the Garden now for Knicks Pistons, so let's go Knicks. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We got a full Football Friday show coming your way. So we got not 1, but 2. We'll do the raffle probably on the second stream tomorrow because we didn't do as many shows this week because of President's Day. So we'll be fair and give people another opportunity to enter the weekly raffle in the morning and then do it in the afternoon, the actual weekly raffle for the 4 signed items this week. Hit the like button on your way out of here. As always, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You guys are the best. Couldn't do it without you. And I leave you all with a clip that will take us down memory lane, perhaps. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy something we call around here Bobby Midnight being Bobby Midnight.
You're ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, you got one more call? You got enough for one more call? Look at Jackie laughing.
Okay.
I've been waiting in the back. You put that guy on. Who is he? You're ridiculous. Yeah. So how you doing, Robbie Sable?
Good. What's up, buddy?
No, goodbye, Bobby. See ya.
Let's go, baby.
And now for a word from our new sponsor.
If you're Hispanic, you know what I mean when you're up every time you were sick, you go like this, and just rub this shit all over, rub this all over your body, and then you put like a heavy blanket over you so you could sweat out the cold.
And that was medical advice with V-Man. Vicks Mo Dre. Hello, Dre.
Any self-respecting Puerto Rican is going to have Vicks on them at all times.
Latinos use this for everything. Literally, I would get cut as a kid. I fall on the floor, cut. My grandmother would try to put this on every. It's like a cut, ponte Vicks. Damn cancer, ponte Vicks.
This gets me through. Oh, I'm feeling a little sniffly. You just pop this bad boy in. Vicks cures broken hearts, cancer.
Literally, Dr. Dre giving us some medical advice.
We don't go to the hospital. Like, we don't want to find out what's wrong with him.
To a kid with a cold, it's love. To a mother, it's more. It's medicine.
Like, you could be.
Alan is back? Whoa!
I didn't want to call, but I thought it was necessary today.
I'm more of a comment guy than a call guy. There's a lot of Jet content creators and a lot of regular Jet callers. Chef Kevin, he's a nice guy. He hates 98% of my takes, but that's his prerogative. So yesterday he talked the kumbaya claim that everybody should trust Robert Saleh. Oh, Robert Saleh this and Robert Saleh that. To me, when I watch Robert Saleh, I see a guy who lacks head coaching instincts. Please do not talk to me and other Saleh haters. They are winning games in spite of this coach, okay? The pom-pom Jet fans. I know B-Mac, he's in his own universe. I think he's arguing with himself 90% of the time. I get a lot of the hate throughout a lot of these Jet contents because I speak the truth. This is a loser franchise. I'm sorry to say this to a lot of you pom-pom Jet fans. This team hasn't won shit in my lifetime or in, I'll say 90% of Jet fans who watch these shows lifetime.
I will speak to you in about 2 months.
There's Alan. Wow. He came and he went. I know Jake Asman is definitely going to see that today before his show.
I went to the Jet Golf Classic Monday. We all go to the locker room and everybody's showering. There's a line of guys And who gets behind me on the line but Vinny Testaverde?
Oh, God.
And I said, boy, Vinny, we could have used you last year. You know, Vinny, winning it in New York, is there anything like it? He goes, absolutely not. I go, are you looking for big things this year? He goes, yes. I go, how do you think Aaron's going to react coming off the Achilles? He did say that he's going to have some rust. He goes, look, it's going to be a little difficult in the beginning. They should rely heavily on the run the first couple of games.
Butt plugs.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.